Hey guys, Raw Food Writer here. Today we're going to be making a lemon ginger blast. As usual, got the green star kicking. I actually just got done trying out the banana juice, so if you're interested in seeing if the green star is capable of juicing a banana, go ahead and check out that previous video. It should be the one before this. So yeah, super excited to make this lemon ginger blast. It's my first time making it with this juicer, so definitely super excited. I'll show you what I'm going to be using for it. Try and get you a decent shot of that. Basically we have parsley, ginger, celery, turmeric, lemon, cilantro, and apple. And I'll go through each one as I juice it, but let's just go ahead and get started. So I like to start off with the turmeric. And turmeric's just really great for any type of inflammation you may have. It's an anti-inflammatory, so it's just really powerful medicine. I think it was still partially clogged from when I tried the bananas. So, run some celery through it, should be good to go. That's better. Okay, I'm going to do some ginger. I just break off little pieces. If you want to chop it up, that's perfectly fine too. Ginger is really great for the circulation. If you're someone who's got like cold hands all the time, maybe you sit at a desk, it's cooling off outside, so you've got the little space heater, and you know what I'm talking about. You're sitting there, your hands are always freezing. Well, if you consume more ginger, it's going to help get that circulation all the way out to your limbs and to your extremities. So ginger is definitely great for these cooler months, or if you're someone who you don't get a lot of physical activity during the day. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of parsley. Just an awesome herb. It's got a lot of medicinal properties. It's just going to help keep you fresh. It's going to help eliminate body odor. It can help freshen your breath too. Especially if you're juicing like greens like this every day, that's when you're really going to notice the difference. Okay, next we're going to do some parsley. Again, just another great fresh green herb. Or cilantro. Did I say parsley? So it was we did parsley first and then cilantro. It's all good. I don't edit a whole lot. I like to work on that in the future, but I just keep it real. This is honestly what I do in my day-to-day life. It's my lifestyle. Like I said, I'm not 100% raw, but I'm working on it. Speaking of being 100% raw, something that I'm about to work on, I'm gearing up to do a 5 or 7 day water fast. I'm not sure which one I'm actually going to do yet. It depends how I feel. But yeah, so how I prepare for that, I basically consume a lot of juices. Like that's really one of the reasons why I'm making this. Like I think like between today, tomorrow, and maybe the next day, I'm just going to be prepping myself for this fast. So yeah, just consuming a lot of liquids. We're going to do some apple. Again, when you're juicing, especially a lot of like the green herbs that have a more bitter taste, apples are going to really balance it out with that nice sweet flavor, and it's going to make the whole juice just that much more palatable. So if you don't like the greens, make sure you add a bunch of apples. You could also do like oranges or pears, any sweeter fruit like that. It's going to help out. So use whatever you like. Apples are very cleansing though. That's why for the lemon ginger blast, I still recommend the apples. But just speaking in general, if you want to add something to sweeten up the greens, you can use any fruit. We already did some celery, so, oh, one other thing I just had some of this as extra in the fridge. I have some more dandelion, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that in. Great detoxifiant for the liver. Just sucks it right down. It's awesome. Yeah, so this fast I'm about to go on, the longest fast that I've done previously has been 3 days. So this is definitely going to be a challenge, but it's something that I want to do. I understand, like, from watching YouTube videos, from reading books like Arnold Ehret's Rational Fasting, like just there's so many benefits to it. It's a way to give your body that break from constantly having to digest and use our just energy, if you will, towards breaking down food. It can become like a vicious cycle, really, eating every day, especially if we're overeating, guilty of sometimes, definitely do that. So it's just a really great way to give your body a rest when it comes down to it. And not only that, but when you do give your body a rest, it allows itself to cleanse any of like the leftover like slime, mucus. Honestly, if you're a big meat eater, some of that decaying flesh that's still inside of you. So it's just a really awesome way to clean yourself down. So is juicing too. Juicing is therapy. It allows your body to absorb more of the vital nutrients, as opposed to if you just eat the fruit. It concentrates it, makes it more just like more readily available. It takes less energy for your body to utilize it. So juicing's great. I'm transitioning from, I get sidetracked here, but so I was on a deployment fairly recently, and when I just had to eat pretty much whatever was around. So that was fine, but when I got back here home, I was really excited to start eating the kind of foods that I wanted to again. So I picked up probably maybe like a 60-40% raw diet. that being 60% raw, 40% cooked. So my cooked diets, or my cooked foods would consist of, I did salmon, rice, potatoes, and that's pretty much all I would eat cooked. And if you notice, they're all whole foods, so even my cooked foods are not processed. It's really rare that I do eat something that's processed. I try and avoid that at all costs, so that's pretty much been my diet. And then of course all fruits and vegetables, which pretty much the standard. Anything that you've seen me utilize in a video, that's what I eat. So now, like I was saying, now I'm in the process of upping up my game a little bit in preparation for my fast. So I've increased my percentage of being raw. I'm going to take it up to about like 80-20. And not only that, I'm going to make my diet primarily of juices. So when you're consuming a diet of mostly liquids, it's just another great way to cleanse the body. It's a lot easier on it as well. You're not having to work so hard. It's getting. I look at it as I'm like priming myself to go into the fast. Now you don't have to do that necessarily to go into a fast, but to me it just makes it so much easier. As in the transition. Like for instance, if you eat a heavy meal, you may be constipated the next day until you like eat something, or maybe if you have a juice or coffee. Hopefully you don't drink coffee, but you don't want that. My point is, if you go on a fast, you're not going to have that next meal to sort of push everything out again. So that's why how I look at it, it is important to prime yourself. You just kind of like cleanse out like your intestines, and you just get yourself ready for that fast where you're only drinking water. So that's all. Okay. Yeah, that should be everything. So a few more days on the juice for me, and then hopefully if everything goes well, I'm going to be renting a vehicle and we'll just go down south somewhere, someplace a little bit warmer, chill out for a while, maybe find a beach or two, and just fast. I think I mentioned before, the heat just really helps me just to be able to go on this long fast. It's the warmth. Something about like being raw, especially high raw in the cold, is really difficult. So I've been struggling with that here. We've had a cold snap, and it's just not the funnest. Personally, I really enjoy doing high raw diets, fasting, juice fast. Some people call it juice feasting. I guess maybe that's the correct way, but anyway, I really prefer doing all of that like in a warmer climate, especially when you can get out in the sun. The sun, you'll find if you're not having so much food to give you energy, you're just resting, and then you go out in the sun, maybe without a shirt on, or in a bathing suit. You find the sun actually is almost like a battery charger. I've heard a lot of other people describe it as like that. So yeah, I'm just really excited. I like to use this opportunity to get a lot of work done. So I'd love to hit 7 days, but we'll see. I'd be happy with 5 too. My previous record is 3 days, so see how it goes. But anyway, not fasting just yet. And this really should taste great, you guys. It may not look that tasty, but it's just so fresh. Everything's organic. It hasn't been processed with chemicals or anything like that. You just get it from the store, bring it home, you do it all yourself. So to me, that's peace of mind, just knowing where the food has been, and just that it hasn't been contaminated with anything. And honestly, I think you get a benefit from preparing your own meals too. Just sort of like put your own care into them, if you will, and just I think it's definitely a benefit. So, cheers. Good. Probably could have used a couple more apples, but it's still great, just like this. Thank you guys if you're still here, sticking around. Something I wanted to offer for you all. I recently added my email to the YouTube, so if you're interested in asking me any type of questions, I would be more than happy to answer them. Being the raw food writer, I'm no stranger to that, so it's not a problem. Hopefully I'll become a grad student here soon, so I'm going to be doing tons of writing, and I think it'd be a great way for me to get to know some of you all. I'd love to be able to help you. You know, someday I do hope to be able to charge for like doing consultations, but I don't feel like I'm there yet. So this would be just like a great stepping stone for myself, and yeah, just I'd love to help anyone out there, especially if you're someone who you're just beginning your health journey. I can certainly guide you towards some of the basics that are going to help you get that on that correct path to regaining your health and your youthful vitality. So thank you very much for listening. Hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.